It's winter 1704. The French are in our territory here. They're just attacking buildings. Very few armies left at the moment, although they can recruit very quickly and wear down my own. I can't occupy their towns because I don't have the resources to be able to do that, but I am determined to make sure that this single cavalry unit doesn't continue to hop around my buildings, just damaging every one of them, because I won't be able to afford to replace them. So the main thing about this particular battle is that I need to make sure that the cavalry don't escape. I've selected only 3 units for the battle from Flanders, 2 infantry units and 1 cavalry unit. The idea is that I can either shoot at him or I can have bayonets if he attacks me, and then chase him away with the horse. The idea is, I know I've mentioned this before, is that nothing escapes in the battlefield. If his unit escapes, only just a few men, he can still go around damaging various buildings. The battle lasts for only a few minutes. I've only had to speed up parts of it actually, so really this battle is a very short one anyway. I've skipped through a couple of battles recently, so I thought I'd better put one in again. Like I said, it's only a few minutes long, so it's not as if it's going to go across more than one video. I always think it's a bit awkward when you have a battle that goes across more than one video, because I think, well, people be a bit frustrated, you know, that they can't see the whole battle all in one. Well, this one you certainly can. Okay, we're advancing the infantry. The idea is we get as close to him as we possibly can, give fire, and then what we'll do is charge in with the horse. The reserves that you've seen have come on. I left those behind in the fort. I didn't want them anyway. They've come onto the battlefield. They always do. Reserves, anybody that's local will appear on your battlefield. There's nothing you can do about that. So what I've done is I've just gone through each one of them, paused the game, gone through each one of them, and halted them. If you just click that hand, if you look down on the bottom right hand side now, you'll see a hand. Just clicking that hand now, you see. That means that all those units will just stand where they are, where they come onto the field, so they won't get in the way. Otherwise you'll find that they're crossing your line of fire and all sorts of things, because they're automatically set to arrive in the middle of the battlefield. So on come his cavalry. I'll move my infantry off to his flank, because you know that upsets people. You see he's waving already. He's already wavering. He's taking fire in there. I've got my bayonets fitted. I'm off to his flank, so he is going to rout. So now what I need to do is chase in with my cavalry while he's still engaged before he can extricate himself. You might wonder why I didn't bring the cavalry round first, and that's because he could well have just engaged my cavalry directly, and on a one-on-one with cavalry I could have lost more than I wanted to. The cavalry are more expensive to replace as well, of course. Okay, so here we go. Chase him off the battlefield. Don't always start the battle, because what will happen is the AI will take some of your men off, take some of his men off, and then he'll reappear on the battlefield. You don't want that. If you've got the opportunity to chase somebody off on an open battle, then that's really what you must do. It's looking like we're going to catch him. I didn't notice what sort of cavalry he's got actually, but mine are fairly light horse there, so I should be able to catch him. Somebody suggested I do some close-ups. By pressing the insert button when you're on a unit, it puts you as though you're a rider on one of the horses or one of the infantrymen attacking, and you could see exactly what they see in front of you. I mean, they suggested that a while ago. Unfortunately, these videos weren't done for showing to other people. They were done for me to watch myself, just to get an idea about what would be a good way to play the United Provinces campaign. I've started it a few times and done videos of them just to see, you know, what's the best way to go, and learning from my own mistakes. I find that more fun than saving a bit of a game and then reloading it and saving and reloading, you know, doing mistakes that way. I like to just play all the way through. So anyhow, there's the battle won. Completely wiped out. That's the result we wanted to get. You notice Alsace-Lorraine looks completely empty there. My agent is still next to it. Again, said it a million times, I can't afford really to occupy it yet because I won't be able to tax it for at least 4 or 5 moves. Otherwise there'd be open rebellion. I haven't got enough troops to fight a rebellion, and if I were to occupy it and then leave it, then he'll just come back again, in the same place. So if I occupy it and then make it 0 tax, I'm getting no money for it, and I'm spreading out my armies in Europe, which I don't want to do. I need to be able to consolidate my forces really in Flanders and in Amsterdam. Okay, so here we go now. Just to check on the damage that's been made to that industrial estate there. That's the damage he made when he came through before with his horse. I'm doing a tit for tat there and occupying his building. I showed you in the previous video how to do a lot of damage by going in and out. On this occasion I'm just going to occupy it. The reason for that is I want to attract him to come out and attack me with whatever he raises in Alsace-Lorraine next turn. So it's a way of sort of like attracting him to come and fight me, really. Keeping him away from Flanders, of course. Hopefully it'll distract him from moving troops around to Paris to come against that fortress as well there. Okay, quick nip over now over to the Americas. Find out what's going on here. If you remember, during the turn end, we are in the winter of 1704, and the turn end from the summer to the winter, the Cubans, whose town I was besieging, came out to attack me, or rather the Spanish did, in Cuba. We defeated them on an auto-resolve. Oh no, it wasn't an auto-resolve, I fought the battle, I just didn't show it on here. Now's our chance to take Cuba with the troops that we've got left from that earlier battle, and the few that he's got left in there. Okay. Now it's a case of checking the economies, going through, seeing what I can do with taxing and non-taxing, altering the tax rates in each of the theatres, just to find out really which how I can best improve my income. By flicking through the arrows there on the top, you can flick from one town to another to another. There you go, altering the taxes just to see if that improves the overall taxation rate. Back in Amsterdam, recruiting another 2 infantry units, so that we've got enough to really perhaps even take Paris, but we do need plenty of troops in there in order to do that, like I say. Be nice to get the technology rate up as well, so we can get some dragoons, and that will suppress rebellions. At the moment we can't do that, so we're relying on regular troops. Okay, coming to the end of video 27 now.